Hello and welcome back to another in our exam question series. Today we are on Eduqas, Root BRE GCSE, and this is part of the Applied Catholic Theology paper, the Life and Death unit. And our question is a C question, an 8-marker, and explain Catholic beliefs in life after death. It could say eschatology, explain Catholic beliefs in heaven, hell, purgatory. There's a few different ways this can be worded, but we're going to have a look at everything linked to heaven, hell, purgatory, which is eschatology. So 8 marks, 8 minutes. We're going to do this in 3 key points. There are other ways you can answer the question, but the way we're going to show you how to set this out is a firstly, a secondly, and a finally, with a point, an evidence, and then a link to what that means for Catholic practice today. So 8 marks, 8 minutes. Let's go. Firstly, Catholics believe in eschatology. Let's get the term in. It is part of our specification. Eschatology, which is the study of the last things. Death, judgment, heaven and hell. The Church teaches that at death we face particular judgment. As Jesus, let's put some evidence in, told parables such as the rich man and Lazarus. You could also use there the unmerciful servant to show everyone will be judged. Now the question, remember, is it beliefs in life after death? So this belief shows Catholics believe their soul is judged, or their actions are judged to determine where their soul goes at death. Now there's a lot of information in there, but we can show that we know more. We're going to put a secondly in. We're going to be more specific now and talk heaven, hell and purgatory. So, secondly, Catholics believe, use the words of the question, I'm going to use life after death to keep referring back to the question. Life after death involves heaven, which is eternal life with God. Let's have some evidence. The Catechism, the CCC, says, don't panic about the spelling of that, right? The CCC. The CCC says, and here's our quote, those who die in God's grace and friendship are perfectly purified and will live forever with Christ. And then, of course, we have to say what that means today. This gives Catholics hope, knowing that if they follow God's teachings, they are rewarded with eternal happiness. Now you could, if you wanted, include something there about hell as well. This gives Catholics hope, knowing that if they follow God's teachings, they're rewarded with eternal happiness, rather than separating themselves through their own actions in hell. Now, my final paragraph, there's a lot of information there, but I've got time to do a finally. And I'm going to talk about that specific Catholic belief, which is purgatory. I could do a paragraph about hell, but I'm going to take purgatory because that is specific to Catholicism. Finally, Catholics believe in purgatory, a place of purification before entering heaven. Purification means to cleanse, to purify. Purification before entering heaven. So, excuse me, let's have our evidence for it. The Catechism, the CCC, teaches that, and it's nearly the same as the heaven quote, all who die in God's grace and friendship, so believe in God, follow God's teachings, but, and here's the slight change, still imperfectly purified, go to purgatory. And then let's just explain what that means today. This shows that if you die with, I'm going to say, venial sins, those small sins, we might not be quite perfect, venial sins, not quite perfect, and the venial sins are the small sins, not quite perfect, we can still be with God after being cleansed. Which encourages, and the whole point of this, we know that even if we make mistakes, we can seek forgiveness, and it encourages Catholics to keep trying to live faithfully. So you could add on there, to join all the angels and saints in heaven. So we've got 3 paragraphs. Firstly, we've talked about Catholic beliefs in life after death being known as eschatology, and that Jesus teaches about eschatology. Secondly, we've talked about the specific belief in heaven with our Catechism quote. And finally, we've talked about the specific Catholic belief in purgatory, again with our Catechism quote and an explanation for what that means about life for Catholics today. Hopefully that's helped you out. If it has, give us a like and a subscribe, and watch some of our other videos to help you with your exam preparation. And best of luck to you all.